but it's what I'm sticking with at this point. This sucks. Go back to Copper Lane. We're going back to the catacomb. Yeah. Let's save it. No. Where's the guy again? He should be here, isn't he? I want to rest, but I want to see if I can fight Oak Boy without resting first. Before I go to the lower part of the catacomb. Nope, that's where the child was. Here, maybe? There he is here, Dolphin.
Well
Can you
met,
give us?
friend.
I'm still searching. Okay. Save it. He is here, I believe. Let's go here. It's the fast mode. That's not it. There we go. I think the left side is the side we didn't get out of the trap zone, I believe. But before that, let's do this. Meal.
Yes.
Meal.
What?
Ready, Watcher.
Need something?
What? Perfect. Save that.
Sure.
I think this was the side we didn't get out of traps. Oh, I guess it's the other side. Alright, so what we're gonna do.
Hey.
You're gonna go here. In the middle.
Need
You're
something?
gonna go here.
Ready,
You're
Watcher.
going here.
What?
You're going here.
You can trust me.
Yes.
You're gonna go here. You're gonna go here. Little Mock, you're going here.
What?
And we can actually do this outside of combat, which is a great thing. You're gonna put this here.
Lavaru beyond seek.
And then now you're gonna talk. Did you find my grimoire? He doesn't have it. He lets out a bubbling hiss of frustration. There's not much fun in a joke if you have to explain it if you have to explain it, is there? He tugs a few hairs out of his beard. If you can't fulfill my need for vengeance, then you have to serve another purpose. A dried and shriveled tongue darts over his cracked lips. I'm afraid a fierce hunger has awakened along with me. Let's go. Okay. Let's give him this. Actually, no. First you move. Idomak, you go to him. You know what? You do this. Idomak, you attack.
Ready,
You're
Watcher.
going to do this.
Aye.
You're going to put this on him.
What?
You're going to attack the Revenant.
Hey.
You're going to knock down the Revenant. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Attack. Oh, sorry. Next. Revenant. Oh, what is this? What is
Yes.
this?
Aye.
Yeah?
Oh, that's actually really cool. Let's do this. There we go. 1 sec.
Hey there. Sure.
Mic. I was doing some talking and realized I had the mic on mute, but we did beat this guy. Well, let's see. Let's start. All right. A soul prowls within the bloodstone like a caged stalagar. It's filled with a fierce, restless energy. Who are you? You see an image in your mind of a woman in heavy armor, bearing twin daggers. Next to her is a man, young and handsome, who calls her Ronya. The vision shifts toward a wind-spent plain next to a lake. 50 men and women in matching leathers lay dead, their bodies contorted and deformed by some sinister sorcery. Ronya falls among them, her body collapsing, yet next to the young man you saw earlier. She's too weak to speak, but the name Dalton appears in your mind. A long figure strides across the battlefield, barely bothering to step over the corpses. His eyes are filled with an unnatural light and fixed on Ronya. He reaches out to her, and what little life remained in her body departs. When he takes the amulet from around her neck, you feel her anguished soul trapped within. With a final contemptuous glance at the fallen Dalton, the man departs. Dalton sent me to find you. The soul pulses with a warmth. It fills your mind with memories of a young man who's both bold and generous, but fury and despair gnaw those images away until all you can feel are cold crimson walls, pressing against you, and something loathsome feeding off of you as the years fade into decades. What do you want? You see an image of the amulet shattering and the soul inside rising and dissipating among the stars. Farewell. A voice from the past. We could, but I kind of want to destroy it. But we could do the wait. Wrong one.
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
Save it this side. Let's see if we can get it. Ugh. Oh wait.
How may I help?
A robe. Stash that. Fine. Same. Stash that. This rapier though. Best. More damage though, barely. DR. Let's put that one up. Still level 3. Yeah, I don't need this one. Nerds. I'll wait. I will wait. Oh, but you also. Eldritch Aim, Wizard's Double. Let's do some crafting. What do you need with this? Skeleton, turquoise. What could we give you instead? Let's do. Let's just do this. Okay. Let's compare. Both very slow. A smaller range than what you have. Interrupt is strong. Well, no, it's weaker. Crit can induce prone. Oh, Let's stick with what you have for now. What about this? Compare. Extremely slow to very slow. Well, very slow to extremely. Veil piercing. No, you find what you have as well. But you could swap to a pistol. No, I'd rather a better one first. However, I'll give it to you. Okay. Save.
Indeed.
Turn this off. Let's go here. There we go. Fast one. Godsend. Cryhog. Sometimes success can be eked out of a humble, difficult life. How much do we have? That's fine. Kinda still. How long is a turn? 5 days.
I'll stay out of sight.
And go investigate the related key activities. Go to the Temple of Rodica. I honestly don't. Reload. It's very rare I try to go outside of the norm. I'd rather do what I think my person would do, but you know what? I'm literally. It's annoying. Let's do it.
Sure.
Older robed man. In front of you looms the ghostly hollow image of the man who was present at your awakening. He casts a pale, sickly light in the dank corridor as he regards you.
You are from Kratom, my dear?
Kratom. His words are an echo in your mind from a time long ago, and you know your response before you speak it, as if it has always been. Yes, I was born there.
A remarkable city. Truly one of the most impressive we have encountered outside of our own. Many exceptional people who have joined our cause come from Kratom.
First. Where? Let's see. Where is my... Okay. Where is Kratom? Something I want to learn.
What made you decide to join our order?
So we were someone from Wodica? Let's see. Old life. From wherever Kratom is. So why would we say we joined this? Do I want this person to be a complete opposite from us? The world needs to know about the true gods.
Remember never to be discouraged by those who cling to their beliefs. They are worthy of our pity, not our scorn.
Oh,
Are you ready to take the oath? To spread the word of the gods to the lost and heathen?
I am. Broken Tombs completed. Connor returned to the stronghold with 277 experience points. And wait, what? And fragment spoils await. View report. After several futile nights of waiting, Kana finally discovered the origin of the lake's black waters, the sanguila of a witch who had settled in Arana's tears over a century ago. Logos had accidentally plowed up her burial plot. Her remains had slid into the lake during a fierce storm. Excuse me, the spirit previously content to hunt the field had begun calling her old neighbors down into the lake with her. With the help of the locals, Kana was able to put the spirit to rest. Most of the corpses were able to be returned to their tombs, but not all of the tombs could be reassembled. Kana brought back a piece of the one mystery tomb as a souvenir. Banishing false life. +10 accuracy against spirit. Endurance. +25 endurance. -25 max health. Found near the Lake of Drowned Tombs. This fragment from a tombstone contains only a few letters of a person's name. YCGBR. It has been imbued with the supernatural powers by the spirit haunting around us tears. Now, is that an hour? Or is that... It makes sense for it to be at Kanua. That's the quest thing. Oh, well, +5. Cool. I guess it is at home. Well, save it.
Laying low.
Nope, 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 nope.
Now this
Ooh.
I haven't seen before.
No, 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 no.
But I'm slowly dying of poison.
This I haven't seen before.
That's really annoying, actually. You think you hear the faint sound of whispering coming from the skull, but the words are unintelligible.
That's settled.
You can get this one, but not the one upstairs. Torque up the Falcon's eye. Perception. Right of youthful spirits. Athletics. Let's... Okay, yes. Immune boost. perception. 9, 14, 12, maybe you 13, because you're always in the front. I keep forgetting to put you in the front, actually. This does will. Okay. Let's save it. Let's rest. You know what? I'm not going to rest. I'm going to see how this goes. And before let's swap. Oh, this is not the one I need. I need to move some stuff around. Background. Okay. Your perception is the best. 19. I feel like okay. Let's try this again. Which one are we in? Swap. Oh, it's hard to see. Let's swap that. All right. The mercenary eyes you warily as you approach, his weapon readied. What are you doing here? You don't look like one of those masks a lot. Intelligence or intellect. Relax. How would I know to be here if I didn't belong? He thinks carefully, then nods. All right, then go in and report to the acolyte, and she'll give you your assignment. They should be just about finished with their meeting in the big chamber. Know anything about this place? He shakes his head. As far as I can tell, we're underneath first fires, probably under that ruined temple. Any idea what's going on? A word of advice, friend. Don't ask questions. Just go and do what you're told. Save. You know what? I'm resting. Damage. Damage. Wilder. You know what? Damage. Skill multiplier. Blank. Wilder. You know what? No. Consumable. You awake to see Durant, his staff held in both of his hands before him. A flame flickered at his top end, casting long shadows across his face as he stares in contemplation. Still, for all the light in the fire, your eyes can't focus on him. Perhaps it is awakening from sleep or a trick of the light, but he seems indistinct, blurred around the edges, everything except for the staff. The staff. He seems to be studying its engravings. As you watch, the engravings glow thinly red, like through the cracks of heat-suffice-used wood. The lines steam from molten metal, burning along the edges of his staff, then branch out in intricate series of fiery veins, bunching thickly where his hands clutch the wood, pulsating as if with a heartbeat. As you watch, the veins spiral into dozens separate circles that spiral again until they are arranged in a circle of their own. They pulse, wait, and it is strangely silent. And then suddenly there is a great light from the fire, a rushing of air, a great flash, and you awaken again. To see Durant in the same place, still holding his staff, but he is solid, real. He doesn't seem to have noticed you or reacted to what occurred. The trials of Durant. Finally, man. Though I thought I felt your eyes on me. Now come the words. I have a question.
If doubts and curiosity plague you, you're skidding your knuckles on the wrong door.
I saw something strange. You were sitting by the fire, and I saw a great light from your staff.
Tell me what you saw.
He is silent, staring at you, locking gazes. It was a flash like an explosion, a rushing of air, incredibly bright.
It is the light of the Godhammer you saw.
He takes in each word. He is strangely silent for a moment, and when he speaks, his voice is low. The Godhammer? What about it?
It was a weapon of Deerwood's people, a symbol of their independence. It saved the Deerwood.
But what do you know about it?
It brought the Saints' War to an end, knocked a god from his perch. There are few that would deny Aothis overstepped. The Godhammer reminded Aothis of it.
His voice remains low, steady, as if repeating something he said many times before, either out loud or to himself, but then his face becomes stone.
You saw its light because I helped shape it, give it life, and release it into the world. Once seen, its glory is almost too bright to be believed, and too bright to be forgotten.
You helped build the Godhammer?
There were 12 of us. We fashioned the weapon, drafted plans
Oh,
for
you're
it,
one of the dozen.
prayed for guidance at Ashfall, and it came to me there. Each of us were given a staff made from the forest of black trees around us, glowing with embers and fire far greater than this branch you see now.
Okay.
It felt as if the staff was Margaren's own finger, guiding my hand, guiding the other 11, the shadows of the 12 who had come to stand on the bridge to stop Aothis.
I also saw a dozen bright circles emerging from your staff as well. I don't need to know about this right now. We know about that. We know about the bridge. I'll ask it later if we can, but they have a habit of letting us ask something and not giving us other options. So the one I really want to know is this one.
Even in that stand, there was a ritual to it. For the 12 that stood on the bridge, there were a dozen shadows cast, a dozen faithful of Margarin, her fiercest supporters and shapers of the Godhammer.
He rests the staff in front of him. And the flame atop it curls from a moment, the light flaring slightly. It splits into a ring of flames, one after the other, until a dozen is met.
As 12 held Aethys fast, we 12 unleashed our prayers and let the Godhammer fall.
Then it blossoms brightly once and resumes its candle intensity. In the aftermath, the shadows seem sharper in its vicinity, as if they have edges, and you blink to clear your wisdom. Durance is still staring at the tiny candle-like flame intently.
Shadows cast by the fire of the Godhammer, perhaps. And we shared their fate as well in time. Now the spine of the Deerwood is marked by the Godhammer, marked by Margarin.
The flame suddenly winks out, smokeless. He frowns and moves his gaze from the staff. What do you mean by share their fate?
Not all deaths come with stilled breath and stilled heart, or other stilled passions beneath the waste. Some deaths come from silence.
He adjusts the cord of his robe.
The connection we once shared with Margarin. After the light of the Godhammer, it was not the same. It was as if we'd lost our senses, and sense of purpose as well. Instead of victory being welcomed, there was silence, within and without. Not many can claim to have killed a god. It is less a heroic tale than you would think. And such a death, it changed our faith. All faiths, I expect. Doubt followed, and the world changed. I do not believe Margarin was pleased by what we had done.
He returns his gaze to the dead tip of the staff. Why is that?
The world is broken, the wheel stilled. There is sickness in the world's heart, perhaps the price of crossing a god.
He scratches at his pox scar, then stops and withdraws his hand, studying it, frowning.
Crossing 2 gods. Even as Margarin shaped our hands, perhaps we carried her will farther than was allowed. Just as Widewind did. Saint Widewind.
He spits.
Mortal arrogance to match mortal arrogance.
He stares at his staff.
Yet if the world had changed, then I sought to change with it. If I had forgotten some of Margarin's teachings, I would find them again. I would make her see me again.
What did you do?
I remembered Margarin's teachings. How reminders on the flesh were more important than the death of a vessel. And I wondered if killing Aethys, if that had simply set him free. Had it allowed him to escape his punishment and be taken on the wheel?
Oh, that's cool.
Like a mortal?
His voice takes an odd upturn for once. It feels like he is genuinely asking a question. He shakes his head, though.
As I stepped from the now blessed Godhammer Bridge, I thought of Ashfall. I thought of the War of Black Trees, wondered if I needed to be burned to find myself again. That is Margarin at her heart. At least that is my hope. These are the doubts that befall me.
What happened when you returned to Ashfall?
The road to Ashfall is long, gives one time to think. And if you think long enough, you do not go home. I left without telling anyone, with only the robes I wore at Halgot, my staff, and my name, which is long buried.
His hands tightens on his staff.
Of my fellow 11 craftsmen, disciples, I know not what happened to them, if they suffered the same doubt as I did. But it was underserved. It was wrong. We had done all that Hor had asked. Grab victory from defeat and
Do you feel as if you betrayed your god?
There is something about being used and cast aside. Perhaps Widewen himself felt it. There at the end, when the hammer struck. To be the proof that your god is hollow as the vessel it inhabits.
You also show, if he was Swadwin, which I don't believe, you also show that a god can die. His eyes narrow as if focusing on some inner thought.
I tried to find purpose, and avoided all contact with other Magranic priests, did not seek the walls of Ashfall, and sought to make amends to my god through actions. I joined with the Purges for a time, and not long after came the first signs of the Hollowborn. So many crimes, trespasses, violations. The Salvation. Animancers were another sickness born of the Saints' War. A relapse of innovation, of desperation to heal what we had caused. All seemed worse than before the bridge, not better. And as years passed, the world became even worse still for the victory.
Wow. So either 1 or 5. Maybe the purges weren't what Margaret wanted either. Sweat collects in the sooty creases of his forehead and runs down his ruddy cheeks. It drips from the tip of his nose. His mouth moves, but his utterances makes no sound. He is for once at a loss. Feeling your gaze, he quickly composes himself, wiping his forehead with the back of a dirty hand.
Huh? Worship the whims of some fickle bitch, and you'll never be more than dirt beneath her feet. Worship what she worships, on the other hand. Take her fire for your own, and her esteem comes on its own. Of course, by that time you no longer need it. Trial and transformation, sure as Durance taught.
His voice is chopped but hurried. He glares at you, and staring into his eyes gives you the feeling of peering over the edge of a great cliff.
You think to put the coals to my feet, but what's burned once will never burn again. These talks are your trial, Walter.
Are you sure?
You cannot deflect the truth to one who has already been purified by it.
What happened on the bridge? We chose the bridge because we could control it. His hands tightened on the top of the staff as if holding it by the neck. It was a place where we could choke Ilthos in his own footsteps, where we knew his feet would fall, a narrow neck of stone. But it was more than that. It was a spine on the dry wood, symbolic of his backbone. Such symbols are important in the construction of a weapon. He studies his staff, his eyes traveling along the edges. Any weapon. His face hardens and his eyes burn, his eyebrows narrowing. I suspect Ilthos knew that as well, and so did his vessel in its arrogance. His hands tightened on the staff. He intended to walk along the bridge as if walking on the back of the dry wood. And we intended to burn him with the light of our faith and his, 12 on the bridge, 12 in the shadow, and gave ourselves to it. Gave yourselves to it?
We put much of ourselves into the Godhammer. Such a device is not simply a machine. There are elements of the spirit in it. Even Widewind's spirit.
Elements of the spirit? Wait, Widewind, why?
We all studied Widewind. He was our enemy, and he had provided the flesh the god wore as a cloak. That flesh made him vulnerable. I knew what fields his hands had tilled, his family, what he had harvested, where he had been born. We sought to know him, what had led him to fight us.
Why was that important?
You don't kill the god. You kill the man it inhabits. And you leave that man a ruin. Burn him to ash. The weapon was meant to not only burn his flesh, but it would burn his soul. And it did. At the cost of our own. And at the cost of our goddess's favor. That whore be damned.
You guys reached too far. Is that why your image was blurred in the dream? He frowns, glances at you with a sharp look. Perhaps your eyes were blinded by the Godhammer's light watcher. He snorts. I may feel half a man at times, but even that is twice that of most others.
If you fear for my spirit, your fears are baseless. The Godhammer, seeing its light, only fueled my anger and made me stronger, made me re-examine the teachings of Margarin, put them in a new light.
He shakes his head, but there is a tension in it, his flushing red. It looks as if there was only part of you, as if your spirit had been sheared in half.
I do not need you to cast any more questions on me, Watcher. Nor did I ask you to look upon me without my leave. Get gone, and leave me be.
He snarls, his face a feverish red. Yeah. Continue to get to know Durant. Alright. Let's do this.
Hi? Hey.
Ready, Watcher.
Yeah?
I don't know how this is going to go. Save. And we're going to end this here. And when we come back, what in the world is that? We'll go through the temple, I guess. But yeah, let's end this here. But so thank you, everyone. I hope you're having a fantastic time and see you soon.